Hi, we're the Holodecks. I'm Dexter. I play guitar and sing.
And I'm Greg, and I play bass and sing.
I'm Adam, and I play the drums.
I'm Ben, and I also play the Atom.
We've been doing this way too long. Coming up on 300 shows. Or maybe if this comes out later than that, maybe we've just finished. We've just done 300 shows.
Maybe we died.
Yeah, we've been doing this for about 10 years, and we've been playing 90s music, and now we're going to listen to some of these songs that we play all the time and see if we actually feel like we do a decent job or not.
Right.
We're gonna listen to them with kind of more of a critical ear than we normally would.
A critical ear, somewhat of a nostalgic ear. So today's song is Basket Case by Green Day.
I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just stuck?
Ben, why don't you tell us about how you came to know Basket Case?
How did I come to know Basket Case?
Yeah, when did you hear it first?
The first time I heard it was well past its shelf life. I heard this in the 8th grade. So what? That's probably the year 2000.
Really?
Yeah, I was late to
Wow.
the game.
Really?
I was super late to the game on Green Day. They
wow,
had
Green Day
just,
is one of your favorite bands, though.
They had just put out Warning.
Oh, wow.
Which was not the album that got me into them. It was like I picked up Dookie for the first time in 2000, and it was like, hey, this is really
We
good.
picked up Dookie.
Hey, that was a joke about poo. No, my next door neighbor was really into Green Day, and I listened to it a lot when I moved next door to him.
Just he had Green Day blasting out his bedroom window all day.
It was the kind of the thing that's like that was the first time I realized, like, you don't have to listen to what your parents listen to.
Mm-hmm.
You can listen to anything you want.
Yeah.
Even this really loud
Word.
stuff that talks about going to see in horrors and stuff.
So Basket Case, released in August of 1994.
Jesus, August of '94.
94, yeah.
94 is when,
I was in
is when
second
Dookie came
grade.
I remember when it came out.
out. I remember when Dookie came out too.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I was going into the 6th grade, and my cousin had it, and I was not allowed to have it at all because of the name, and
Because
also
it's
punk rock was
Dookie.
my conservative sensibilities that I was being raised in. It just they didn't go
I
together.
could see that. If it's got like literally people
But-
playing in poop on the cover.
But listening to the radio was free and easy
And
to hide.
accessible.
So, 99X played Green Day, and so that's how I got familiar with at least the singles. I don't think I ever actually owned a Green Day album that I didn't burn, so I probably burned a CD around 99,
You're a horrible
2000.
person. Pirating
Um,
music, Dexter.
Yeah, we were all doing it.
Were we all doing it?
There was no legislation against it.
Yeah, it was
We were all doing
free
it.
and clear back then. Yeah.
You was going home to get on your dial-up internet to see if you could download 2 songs before dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Or go to
Yeah.
school,
Yeah.
like start a download and come back and be done.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh yeah,
The
guys, you come to school
Fresh white
and you're
zombie
like,
MP3.
I got, damn it, I got Judith by Perfect Circle.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what you're waiting on. So, how did you come to Basket Case?
I actually saw I believe it was either I heard it on the radio or I saw the music video. But I was huge on Green Day the second that they came out. I was like, I had probably a dozen T-shirts. Like I dyed my hair green. Like people started calling me Green Day Greg.
So you were like full on fanatic.
I loved Green Day, dude. I still
Down since day one. I love
as soon as the second I heard them, they'd had that was their 3rd album, but I mean that was their first mainstream.
yeah,
kind
that was
of,
their major label.
Yeah,
debut.
the producer of this album, the engineer, actually went on to record some stuff for Blink-182. They both have kind of a similar sound, but like when it came out, I was the same age as you. I was about 6th grade. This was one of the albums that taught me, like, kind of piggybacking off what Ben was saying. Growing up in the 80s, it was like you had to be a guitar god to play in a band, or you had to be like you had to be Billy Sheehan, or you had to be Yngwie Malmsteen, or somebody like, you had to be
Joe Satriani.
practically a virtuoso to be in it, because to me it was all hair metal. And this, to me, like bands like Green Day and Nirvana, but specifically Green Day, like told me like you can just sit in your room and bang out some loud
Yeah, like they
chords on
gave
your
the finger to
guitar.
all that.
You can just play whatever the hell you want.
Okay, Adam, what about you?
I think it was the same for me with seeing the video.
MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah, MTV. I think probably that's going to be the answer for a lot of us on these.
It's a
songs
great
is
video.
We
It's a
saw
really
them. We
great
saw the
video.
videos on MTV. I wasn't allowed to watch a whole lot of MTV growing up, but I remember that there was a TV commercial for 99X,
Mhm.
which was the radio station, and they played like little video snippets. And they always had the "When I Come Around" refrain in that snippet, and it was just them walking down like a hallway with their hands in their pockets.
Yeah, just down
And
the
him
street.
just going, "When I come around," and I was like, "Oh, it's that song by Green Day that my
About walking
cousin."
around.
And
Yeah,
then
literally
I had
taking it literally.
I had Weird Al's Bad Hair Day album, which included the alternative polka, and where he ended it with singing the first verse, I think,
Yes.
of Basket Case. And so that's where I like really got to know the song. And so when I went over to Green Day, I was like, "Oh, this isn't nearly as silly sounding. This is almost neurotic."
Where are all the penny whistles in this song?
to me, the best part of the video, I like the theme that it wasn't. They were in like a mental assistance facility or whatever you want to call it. Like,
A mental asylum?
yeah, they're like it. Maybe a lot of people would notice, but like they're all assisted or guided or helped up to their instruments
Yeah.
in some way.
Trey Cool's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I like how
Oh,
they
yeah,
set his
yeah.
they set his brakes.
Yeah.
And then I like how Mike like starts wandering off. The guy's like, no, and he grabs his shoulders and squares him up, and he's like, oh yeah.
So how did we as a band get to this song? Because I feel like we didn't play it at the beginning.
I think it was just because like we needed a '90s hit.
It was I think it was another instance of 3 out of 4 of us already knew it
Yeah.
because it's kind of like a '90s staple,
Might be a theme.
and you know, I don't know, it's probably not the most visible Green Day track, but I think that when we break it out, people appreciate it and they like to sing along to it.
Before we listen to this song, I'm going to guess that everyone at this table feels like they know this song well enough that they're not going to be surprised on this listen.
No,
through.
on this one, no. God, no. I've listened to this.
Maybe not as
song
much as the last one.
thousands
Yeah.
of times. I don't think I will be because I've
Yeah.
this bass line, man. I've memorized it. I'm very very confident.
I,
All right.
I could potentially play this song backwards.
All right, well, here it is off the 1994 album Dookie. This is Basket Case by Green Day.
Lambs, get in there.
I like that song.
Love that song so fucking
It takes
much.
like I don't that man. This is such a special album to me. It just takes me back to like
And
that
so-
exact time when it came out, man. 1994. It takes me all the way back to that, man.
It's such a short album, too.
It kind of
It's like 39 minutes.
Yeah.
It is, but man, it's there's just so many layers in that album. Like, you know, there's like songs about growing up and about relationships. You know, it's just a great album. That one's probably about mental health, I would argue.
The song stands the test of time as one of the great alt rock singles.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It is 30 years, almost 30 years old, and it is still a banger.
Yeah.
Totally.
As a 3-piece, when you play it as a 4-piece, obviously the bass, the drums, the guitar, the vocals, my job is simply to fill in with the additional guitars and occasionally a harmony. So a lot of the time I'm just trying to beef up what you're doing. I noticed on that playthrough that I actually come in a little too soon. I come in on my guitar backing you up at sometimes I give myself the creeps, but listening through,
not until
it's you until the band comes in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to adjust that just so that you can
Sure.
have that as long as you should
You
have
get
it.
that energy.
Yeah, and
build.
bring it in when the band comes
Yeah,
in.
totally.
You were talking about downstrokes only.
Yes.
And in the intro, how important that is. And so I was listening to the strokage during
The strum
songs,
pattern.
The strum pattern.
Strokage.
Uh,
That's
the-
my favorite Billy Squire song. Strokage, strokage,
Strokage, strokage.
No, strokage now.
Billy Madison. During the interlude, I'm listening to the rhythm guitar, and there's a part where I am down upping when
Mhm.
he's just downing. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. I think it's probably right in here.
That
all of that
is
down,
all
That's all
downstroke.
downstroke.
I've
Yeah.
never played an upstroke on that part ever.
I've always
No, down.
and
is-
again, as a secondary guitar, I feel like I can get away with it a little more, but I'm gonna try it
If
and
you
see
go
if
and
it
watch
adds to it.
live footage of them playing that song, like
Uh-huh.
in more recent years when they actually do still have Jason White backing them,
Mm-hmm.
he's just doing it traditional guitar playing. He's not doing any
He's-
kind of punk
He's,
rhythm. or
he's not
anything.
getting tired.
No.
There is an accent on the beat in the outro I noticed that we don't do. I'm gonna see if I can find that too. Yeah, right there.
Oh no!
Never noticed it.
Stop saying we.
We?
I do
Oh,
that shit
do
every
you do
fucking
it?
time.
Okay.
I've heard this song
you do it,
more
Adam?
times than I've played it. That's how much I love this song.
Yeah, it's a great one. Yeah,
On the very last time they jumped that chord. I'd never noticed that before.
It is.
I've
It's
noticed
just on the
that.
very last time they go through the progression.
And like you said, that's a producer note. That is just like we need to do something for this outro just to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
The bass sound is just really, really great. There's a lot of subtleties throughout, but there's a lot of just little fills that kind of glue everything together. Yeah, Mike Dirnt, man, his bass selection and his little. It's another one of those bass players that just like tells a little story with his bass lines. But he doesn't do too much on that track. I think he kind of lets the drums kind of drive the rhythm section part, and he just kind of like decorates it a little bit. So
We don't do that song a lot. We do it a little more now, I think, than we used to. That used
Sure.
to be kind of when we get tired of playing When I Come Around,
Yeah.
Sure.
we'll throw Basket Case in just to keep it fresh. But I think we've been doing that in addition to When I Come Around a little more and trying to just get both of them because it's just such a fun song. It's easy. We all enjoy it, and the crowd usually just. I mean, I've never seen that song not work.
oh, I love playing any Green Day that we do. Yeah, it's just a fun band, and it's just
Well, we do When I Come Around, we do Basket Case, and on occasion we do Brain Stew.
yeah we've
And Good Riddance happens sometimes.
When someone needs to pee.
When
Adam,
someone
I see
needs
you
to
have like
pee.
notes. You have notes. What do
Yeah,
your
what you
notes
got?
say?
Did you write something down?
Your notes say something, and I've been reading it feverishly since you wrote it down, and I'd like you to explain what your note says.
Yeah.
What you got on that, Adam?
It's code for me, but too many crashes in Basket Case.
What is that?
Lots. I playing way too many crashes during the verse.
Interesting. So
Okay.
you're saying in the verse.
I thought you were critiquing Trey Cool's drumming because
yeah.
that man has never hit a crash on a downbeat he didn't like.
No.
Adam sitting here in a garage in Louisiana, like critiquing Trey Cool.
Yeah, right.
This motherfucker's got too many crash cymbals.
Nope. Five.
You got
Two in the
5 per round.
I'm showing you what I do.
Okay. So you every 4 beats.
Or just
Funk
a lot
the
more often.
fuck out of this
you're
song.
accenting the snare with it.
Okay.
Like we do the snare.
My bad.
I mean, like, no, don't say
No.
my bad because, like, you're accenting exactly how I'm like accenting notes on the guitar.
And that's just
It's
your
natural.
that's your creative liberty. That's you making it your own.
Mhm.
You know, it doesn't disservice the song in any way.
No.
But yeah. Yeah, that's Basket Case. We play it sometimes. 30 years later, it seems like we all very much enjoy it. We'll probably go to our graves enjoying it.
I could have talked about this song for an hour.
Yeah, I could have talked about it for a lot longer. Yeah, I truncated my shit very much.
I
Yeah,
don't
sorry.
need notes.
You
Oh,
know,
wow.
I like seriously.
No, this was like my Bible
the
when I was
next
when I was
episode of this.
in '94,
The
dude.
next episode of this should just be Ben and Greg feverishly discuss Green Day tracks.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
and watch the music videos
Yeah.
and discuss the music videos.
I got international super hits on DVD. Let's do this.
All right, so we're the Holodecks, and we're discussing the songs that we play and the songs that we love, and we're going to be doing this for a while. I hope you guys enjoy the videos. You can support us by following us on all the social media platforms. You can donate to us on Venmo at the Holodecks or on Cash App at $, the Holodecks. And we will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Peace.